of them. I'm really sick and tired of the schism.
First and foremost, I want to give all honors and praises and glory belongs to my Lord and Savior, whose name is Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Wahavakah Fadash. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, and his Son's name is Yahawashi, in whom we reverence and honor to the elder apostle of great Milton that taught me this truth, and those of you that are in the spirit, and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the few, the very few brothers and sisters that are listening and learning in the hopes of being saved. This lesson is going to be based on gifts, spiritual gifts. Okay? That Yahweh has given to his men. And these spiritual gifts, they have to be used. Okay? And if it's a gift, then that means Yahweh can take it away. So we use these gifts. Okay? So bear me just a minute. We're going to go straight to 1 Corinthians 12 and 4, and we're going to read most of this chapter, all of it. This is 1 Corinthians 12, and bear me this way. Let me just get this on deck. Okay. So lucky about this. This is 1 Corinthians 12 and 4. Alright. And it says, now there are diversities of gifts. Diversities, because the 12 tribes of Israel are very, very diverse. 12 tribes. Okay? And they all look different. Okay? And they all have a different spirit. Okay? So if there's a diversity of gifts, not every brother is going to be the same. Okay? And when you go into that word diversity, type that in.
Strong's G 1243. The irises. The irises.
The irises. The irises. And when you go into the outline biblical usage, translation count first, a difference. So there's different. Brothers have different spirits. If you're that type of brother, oh, I don't like his spirit. Why does he do that? Why does he eat like this? Bro, stop that. Stop that now. That's a feminine trait. Why does he eat like this? Why does he talk like this? Why did he stand like this? Why did he do it like this? Because you have 12 tribes. Division in terms of your operation, but it's all for what? One thing, one body. Distribution. What are we distributing? The word. Distinction. So different brothers in this tree, they're supposed to have a distinction of spirit. Oh, this is that brother. This brother, he's very upbeat. This brother, he's very this brother's a bit rough around the edges. This brother, he's very eloquent. That's that distinction. That's what makes you, you, and not somebody else. Different, in particular, a distinction arising from a different distribution to different persons. Okay? Variety. This is what this truth is. It's so much. One brother may be good, and we're going to go into what these tenets are. But the same spirit of what Yahweh Shai. 1 verse 5, there are differences of administrations. Okay, so let's type in that word administration.
Strong's G 1248. Diakonia.
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 Diakonia. Service. Okay, so there's differences in the services. Okay, you had some that were just helpers. You had all different offices. Ministering, especially of those who execute the commands of others. Of those who command of the Most High claim and promote the so-called religion among men, which is the truth. It says here the office of Moses, which he had a very high office. The office of the apostles and its administration. The office of the prophets, the evangelists. The evangelists are those that basically prophesy, same thing. Okay. The elders, the administration of those that render to others the offices of Christian affection. Okay, which basically, when it says Christian affection, it goes into Israelites. Okay, you can just change that with the Israelite, those who help meet needs by either collecting or distributing of charity. The office of a deacon in the church, the service of those who are prepared and present food. See, when you've got those that just bring food. Okay, attendance to aid, to minister. And there's so much examples in here. Paul, he had all types of helpers in the tree. Okay, there was many helpers. Priscilla, Aquila, and so forth. Okay, verse 5, there are differences of administrations, but the same Lord, which is Yahweh Shai. There are diversities of operations, okay, which them operations are what? Different workings, okay? Lucky about that. Different workings according to the faith. Bear me just a minute. Type in that word operations.
Strong's G 1755. Energema. Energema.
Enigma. Enigma. A thing wrought. Wrought means work, effect, operation. The workings of. So different brothers have got different way they do things when it comes to this truth. Okay? But it is the same power which worketh in all in all. So you can't be looking at how another man does things, or well, I don't do it like that. No, that's how that man does it. But the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit withal. Every man to profit withal. Okay, for yourself and for the ministry. For one is given by the Spirit of the word of wisdom. Here we go. The word of wisdom. So you've got brother that's heavy when it comes to wisdom, actually applying these things through his life. And every brother that's in this truth should apply to him. And when you go into that wisdom, it's what? Sophia.
Strong's G 4678. Sophia.
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 Wisdom, broad, full of intelligence, views of knowledge, very diverse matters. So you have brothers that, when it comes to the scriptures, it's the wisdom of the scriptures, not just that, how things work, how things operate, okay, electricity, fixing cabinets, that's all wisdom. There's a reason why Daniel and particular men, Joseph, they were set up over kingdoms, because they had a broad, diverse matters of knowledge. Abraham, which is known as the father of mathematics. Now, I'm sure you didn't know that. Egypt, it was Abraham that made Egypt great. Okay? Along with Moses as well. They knew about the concept. They knew about all these different stuff. So, when you think about this truth, you think about wisdom, you just think scriptures, yeah, and it's other things around you. Trees, the wisdom of trees. Solomon knew all that. How trees, the seas, various of different animals, the birds, the ants, he studied them. Wisdom which belongs to men, the very knowledge of things of human and divine, acquired by acuteness, okay, and experience. And you only learn these things through experience by traveling, and summed up in maxims and proverbs. That's what the proverbs are for. The proverbs are what? Words of wisdom and science and learning, and the act of interpretation dreams, and always giving the sages advice, okay? And it even takes wisdom to interpret a dream. And did not Daniel do that with what's it, Nebuchadnezzar? And always giving the sages advice, the best advice, okay? The intelligence invents in discovering the meaning of some mysterious number or vision. That's what the prophets are skilled in doing, is skill in the management of affairs, devout and proper prudence in intercourse with men, not disciples of Mashiach, skill and discretion in imparting discretion. That word intercourse is basically communication, okay? The knowledge and practice of requisite for the godly and upright living, which is all in Proverbs, the wisdom of Solomon, and Ecclesiastes. And the knowledge and the practice of requisite for the godly and upright living, supreme intelligence, such as belongs to the Most High, but it belongs to Him, and He has to give you that to you. The wisdom of the Most High enriched in form and executing counsels in the formation and government of the world and scriptures. And what are we going to be governing the world with? With these scriptures, with the law, statutes, and commandments. Wisdom, higher or lower, because you got what you know. You have worldly wisdom. A man that's carnal, he has worldly wisdom, and a man that's spiritual, he has spiritual wisdom. That's why Yahweh says, "Ye are from above." So like I am from above, ye are from below. Okay, so let's go back to Corinthians 12 and where was we? For one is given. Just a minute. Yeah, for one is given by the Spirit of the word of wisdom. Okay, to another the word of knowledge. by the same Spirit. Okay. And you may have a brother that's very knowledgeable when it comes to herbs, you know, different foods and so forth. Okay. You go into that word knowledge. Look up these words. You got to get into these words. Knowledge.
Strong's G 1108. Gnosis. Gnosis.
Okay. Deeper, more perfect, enlarged knowledge of this so-called religion is faith, such as belongs to the more advanced general knowledge of the so-called Christian, it says religion again, of this faith, basically the words. Okay, so let's continue. And again, by the word of the knowledge of the same Spirit. Okay, to another faith by the same Spirit. So it's all according to the same Spirit, because who gave you that? Yahweh Shai. So you've got men that even, when it comes to faith, they have heavy portions. They have a heavy portion of faith. Okay, they believe. Okay, and when you go into that word faith, what the conviction of the truth or of anything, or conviction of belief, respecting man's relationship to the Most High and divine things, really include the idea of trust. Because what is trust? Trust is faith, and holy fervor born of faith and joined with it, relating to the Most High, the conviction of the Most High exists, that He is the Creator and the ruler of all things. So you have brothers that they believe wholeheartedly. And Yahweh Shai, what did He say to you? I forgot who it was. Blessed are they that have not seen yet believed. Okay, a strong and welcome conviction of belief that Yahweh Shai is the Messiah, through whom we obtain eternal salvation in the kingdom of the Most High. That's that confidence. Belief is the predominant idea of trust or confidence, whether in the Most High or in Mashiach, springing from the faith in the same. Okay, so you've got brothers with very high levels of faith. By the same Spirit, another of gifts of healing. So you've got brothers that they can heal without the herbs. You've got some brothers that can heal with the herbs, and some brothers even without the herbs, just by their presence alone. Have you ever wondered why some people want to be around you? Just by your presence alone. Okay, the gifts of healing by the same Spirit. You've got brothers that can heal. People want to come around you, people want to touch you. And to another, working of miracles. Okay, when you say things, particular things happen instantly as soon as you say it. That's miracles. And to another, prophecy. You've got brothers that are deep with prophecy. To another, discernment of spirits, which is one of my favorites. Discerning of spirits. This guy is deceitful. This guy is envious. This guy is an adulterer. This guy is, you know what I'm saying? Discernment. This guy's got an off energy. Okay, this guy is angry, even though he's trying to hide it. And that word for discerning is a distinguishing, discerning, and judging, which is one of the most important gifts, because Yahweh talked about what? Judgment, mercy, and faith. For you to judge, you would need to have a high level of discernment, discerning of spirits. To another, diverse kinds of tongues. You've got brothers that can speak in all types of languages. You've got brothers that can speak I forgot the name. Spanish, you know, Colombian or whatever, Italian, French, different tongues. Okay? It's not that stuff they're teaching you in the Christian churches. They're just putting demons into another, the interpretation of tongues. So you may have a brother that's in the camp, someone speaking in another language. Well, he can discern, he can interpret that tongue, because he knows the language. But all these workers are at one and same Spirit. It's all to the same working, dividing to every man severally as he will. So the portions are being divided. So every man has a portion of Yahweh Shai within them. But as the body is one, and have many members, not some, many. And all the members of that one body, being many, are one body. So also with Mashiach. Okay? It's one body. So you've got to remember that. It's one body. For by one Spirit are we all baptized into one body, whether we be Jews or Gentiles. What does it mean, whether we be Jews or Gentiles? Because you had Jews that were Gentiles, in a Gentile state of mind, whether we be born or free, and have we all made to drink of that one Spirit. For the body is not one member. Okay, it's not just one member, because you have 144,000, but many. Not one man can do it by himself. Okay, if the foot shall say, because I'm not the hand, and I'm not the body. Okay, so that's the individual that feels like he doesn't have what another man has. So you can't be thinking in that spirit. It is therefore not the body. Is it therefore not the body? No, the hand is a part of the body. You need the hand to pick up stuff. You need the hand to pick things up. Okay, to move things around. And if the ear shall say, because I am not the eye, I am not the body, is it therefore not the body? Well, you need the eye for sight, but it's not the ear. Does that mean that the eye is insignificant? If the whole body were an eye, where would the hair be? Okay, and that'd be odd. Can you imagine that your whole body would just be an eye? Okay, where would the hair be? And if the whole were hearing, where would the smelling? But now, as the Most High set the members, every one of them in the body as it has pleased him. It's Yahweh Shai the Son. He set the members. He gave you a talent. He knows what you're good at. He knows what you excel in. And if they were all one member, where would the body? Then it wouldn't be a body. If it was just one member. So when men are telling you, bro, you can't have camps. Camps is wicked. You better get out of them. It's the men. It's the individuals that make up a camp. Okay, and do you have camps that are wicked? Yes, but you haven't just got to deal with that. See, this takes faith. This is why you got to have faith. Men talking about camps are wicked. But then you have a title saying camp. You're bugged out. That's a seducing our, so like that's a seducing our spirit. But now, are they many members yet but one body? So a body is a camp. And the eye cannot say unto the hand, I have no need of thee. Not again to the head, to the feet, I have no need of you. Okay, and these may seem like smaller bits of the body, but they're necessary. You need the guy to get the camera holder. What happens when it's pissing down? You need the guy to excuse my language, to get that umbrella. Okay. Nay, much more those members of the body which seem to be more feeble and necessary. They're the more necessary ones. The ones you're looking down upon, the ones you may perceive as feeble. Okay. And I can relate to this because I was seen like this. You know when you're on the other side of a camp and people are looking at feeble, he's nothing. No. These are the more necessary. And those members of the body which think to be less honourable. Upon these we bestow more abundant honour. For those that may seem less within the body, you bestow more honour upon them. Okay? And our uncomely parts have more abundant comeliness. Right? So our comely parts have no need. Give me just a minute. Have a quick shower. You see? Every member has his part. Don't ever feel like, you have nothing to offer. No, you have something to offer. And if you don't, tap into it. Pray to Yahweh Shai so he can let you know what you're good at. Uncomely. Ooh. It says deformed, indecent, unseemly. Okay, so the bits that seem like more, a man may not be a good speaker. Okay, you may not be a good speaker. Okay. But he still may be a part of the body. Okay. Have more abundant comeliness, for our comely parts have no need. So the comely parts have no need. Okay. The comely parts, the elegant figure, the shapely, graceful, good standing, influential, wealthy, respectable, they have no need. So you bestow that unto what? This is what Yahushua was always teaching us. The low, the humble. Okay? For our comely parts have no need, but the Most High tempered joints the body together, having given more abundant honor to that part which lacks. Okay? That there should be no schism in the body. Okay, and schisms come through what? Jealousy, you looking at what another man has. That's how schisms start. Schisms mean a rent, a division, a dissension. Okay. There shall be no schisms and isms. Okay, within the body. Okay. There's one body, remember that. Alright. No schisms in the body, but that the members should have the same care one for another. Okay. Because if your knee's hurting, it affects the whole body. Okay? If you've got a bad thumb, the nerves in that thumb send signal to the rest of the body. The whole body suffers. Whether one member suffer, that's the spirit. Whether one member suffer, all the members suffer with it. When one brother that's sincere about the truth suffering, I feel it as well, because he's a part of the body. Okay, and what? Or one member be honoured, all members rejoice with it. Now you are the body of Mashiach and members in particular. And the Most High have set some in the church firstly, it's like your first apostles. Okay, and it starts with our elders first. Okay, and apostles means sent out. Secondly, prophets. Okay, that are prophesying his word. Thirdly, teachers. You got some brothers, some brothers are just teachers, and they're good, very good teachers. After that, miracles. Okay, brothers, like I said, they got them healing gifts, them gifts of healing. Brothers, look, if your gift is with herbology, you're brilliant with herbology, you know the things to stop inflation, skin inflation. Why don't you use that? I've spoken to individuals about this. So, oh well, and you don't do anything. So that's not a good mind to have. You have a gift. Use that gift. Gift of healing helps, and you just got those that are just helps, but they're still a part of the body that we bestow more honor upon. Governments, those that govern the body, which all the hopeful elects are a part of that government. Diversities of tongues. Okay, are all apostles? The answer is no. Are all prophets? The answer is no. Are all teachers? The answer is no. Are all workers of miracles? The answer is no. Have all the gifts of healing? The answer is no. Do all speak with tongues? Do all interpret? The answer is no. But COVID, earnestly, the best gifts. So it says COVID. If you're going to COVID, you can COVID this. Okay? The best gifts, and yet show unto you a more excellent way. Okay? And the best gifts is what? Prophecy. Out of all the things. Okay? But with prophecy, first you've got to have faith. Okay? And faith is a gift. Okay? Barely just a minute. Shut up on this. Here we go. This is Proverbs 18 and 16. A man's gift maketh room for him. Okay? It's going to make room for you in the body. And bringeth him before great men, because people are going to see that gift and they're going to admire that gift. And you're going to be brought before great men in the spirit. Okay? So with this lesson, I really hope this was edifying. And yes, use it. Okay? Use that gift that you've been given. Until the next time, Shalom.